Turkey's highest administrative court has issued a ruling that paves the way for the government to convert Istanbul's Hagia Sophia from a museum back into a mosque. The ruling annulled a 1934 government decree that turned the UNESCO World Heritage Site and Istanbul's most iconic landmark into a museum. But Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan pushed to restore its status as a mosque. He said that international pressure to keep it a museum was a violation of Turkey's national sovereignty. The Russian Orthodox Church has called the move unacceptable. Let's go to Istanbul, where DW's Dorian Jones is standing by for us. Hi, Dorian. Tell us more about what's behind this decision.
Well, President Erdogan has been flirting with this idea ever since he came to power nearly 20 years ago. But why now? Well, the Turkish economy is in deep trouble, very, very badly hit by the COVID-19 epidemic. And I think this move is seen as very much trying to change the conversation, given the fact that polls indicate his ruling AKP is at record lows, albeit it's still the main party. It is hemorrhaging votes at an alarming rate, according to Erdogan's supporters. So this is very much seen as consolidating both his religious but his nationalist base as well. And that's particularly important because in the last few months, two new centre-right parties have emerged, which are seen as posing a major challenge to Erdogan going forward. So this is very much rallying the base and changing the conversation.
Well, as we mentioned, the Hagia Sophia is one of Istanbul's most iconic buildings. Let's take a look at the legacy of the UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Empires have fallen. Religions have been replaced. The city itself has changed names. But the dome of the Hagia Sophia has withstood it all. Built in the 6th century as a Byzantine church, it was for centuries the world's largest Christian cathedral. Almost a millennium later, it was converted into an Islamic mosque during the Ottoman Empire. But in the 1930s, it was turned into a museum under the founder of the modern Turkish Republic, Ataturk, a symbol of the new secular state, inclusive of all religions. Since then, it has been a meeting point of many faiths, but held by none. A place where popes and presidents have come to pay their respects and marvel at the architecture. But religion is a tool for President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. He has overseen prayers in the museum and raised its status at local election rallies. As you know, they converted the Hagia Sophia from a mosque to a museum a while ago. Now we hope to be able to call it a mosque again after the election. Islamic groups have fought to pray at the Hagia Sophia, angering neighboring Greece, which says the building is part of its Orthodox Christian history. UNESCO has warned Turkey its conversion to a mosque could violate the World Cultural Heritage Convention. A flashpoint of religious and national struggle, the Hagia Sophia will remain an icon of Istanbul.
Dorian, what does happen now to the Hagia Sophia?
Well, that's a big question on everyone's minds. Now the government do have the power to go forward with this. Now it's unclear what that timetable will be. President Erdogan is due to speak tonight, where he's expected to unveil his plans for the future of the Hagia Sophia. There are major obstacles ahead for the government. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. UNESCO earlier today warned that they wanted any notification before the change to that building. That will be something that will be calculated. And also another key factor for them is what will happen to the magnificent mosaics of the Christ, of the Virgin Mary, of Byzantine kings, which adorn the inside of the Hagia Sophia. According to Islamic doctrine, you cannot pray in the presence of figurative representations. What will happen to those mosaics if they go ahead with their plan for the mosque?
DW's Dorian Jones reporting from Istanbul. Thank you for that update.